Yeah, and I think that one of the really important contributions of a book like this and a conversation like this is this reattachment of the genius to the villain, if you want to use extreme terms. And because when we focus on only one or the other, we distort whichever side we're paying attention to. And the villainy of his involvement with slavery is not particularly unique. I think we now understand pretty clearly. Not even unique among the founding fathers, most likely. We happen to know more about Jefferson for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
You guys also make the very interesting observation at the very beginning of the book that we actually know a lot about Jefferson today that we didn't have the ability to know 20 or 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And so the way that you're able to bring a more nuanced understanding of the communication that he was having with his relatives and the world that surrounded him, you're able to place both his genius and these less welcome dimensions into a context that is about all of us in a way. He's troubled by dimensions of slavery, but also struggles to find ways where slavery can coexist with this natural order.
He has to, and in France, he's there with James and Sally Hemings, and even before he gets there, because of the nature of his family life, his wife's half-siblings that she brings, brings to Monticello, he sees slavery through his relationships with them, the people who are around him. And his relationships with those people, very, very different than people down the mountain. And certainly in France, James Hemings and Sally Hemings are existing in a sort of quasi-state of freedom. All they had to do was to petition for their freedom, and it would have been granted. Everybody who did that in the 18th century was granted. 18th century Paris, it was granted. So they could have. And so he pays them wages while they're there. It's sort of it's difficult for us to wrap our minds around, but for him, it's slavery and family all wrapped together. And it's something that allows, we argue, allows him to make his peace with the institution. Before he goes over, he is a person who has been vocal about slavery and against slavery. And when he comes back, he's less vocal. In fact, most of his statements about slavery, I think pretty much all of the things he has to say are in response to people's queries. He's not writing to people proactively and saying, you know what I think? No, people are writing to him and he writes back. He just he retreats on that point.
After having once introduced legislation to gradually eliminate slavery in Virginia.
Well, and he says,
at an earlier point.
I've already made my position clear, and it's getting hackneyed. I don't want to repeat it again. It's up to you, American public, to do something about this.
And he's doing the other things that really matter to him, and that's, again, the New Republic.